Nearly 24 members of the Nebraska National Guard were on hand at the Scottsbluff County Fairgrounds this weekend for COVID-19 testing for first responders. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, the Nebraska National Guard was in the Panhandle last week as they began testing medical personnel and first responders who may have symptoms of COVID-19 or may have been exposed to the virus. Second Lieutenant Natasha Hilsgren with the Joint Task Force tells KNEB News that the planning for the testing was very extensive to ensure proper execution of the military's mission.
Just to make sure that everything that we're doing, is protecting the National Guardsmen and then also the individuals that are needed testing because, without it, it could be kind of detrimental if we didn't have all of those safety procedures and policies put in place and if we didn't execute those on that type of level.
The testing was limited to up to 150 area individuals who were eligible for testing, which was intended to help frontline personnel who are leading the fight against the coronavirus to ensure safety when they're in contact with the community. Similar testing took place Thursday in Kimball, with 47 people taking part, and the Scottsbluff testing period took place Friday and Saturday. Well, Panhandle COVID Unified Command has confirmed another positive COVID-19 case in Scottsbluff County, bringing the total number of positive cases in our area to 30, including Goshen County in Wyoming. The latest case, a woman in her 80s who is a close contact of a previously positive case, has been self-quarantining in her home since March 31st. So far, 14 cases in Scottsbluff County, 10 in Kimball, 3 in Goshen, 2 in Cheyenne, and 1 in Box Butte counties. 7 of the confirmed Panhandle cases have recovered and have been released from isolation. And statewide, Nebraska has seen more than 800 confirmed cases of coronavirus. The state health department on Sunday reported 814 cases, and that includes 101 cases on Saturday alone, which is the highest number of cases confirmed in a single day. Governor Pete Ricketts says the month of April is likely the most pivotal month for Nebraska to slow the spread and encourages Nebraskans to hunker down, stay home, and keep practicing that social distancing.
And for the next 3 weeks, we're going to continue to focus on stay home, right? We start off the week by talking about stay home, stay healthy, stay connected. And then yesterday we talked about our 6 rules for staying home and keeping Nebraska healthy.
Governor Ricketts also signed a proclamation in an effort to follow those 6 rules aimed at keeping Nebraskans healthy for the next 21 days. Well, coming up after the break, we had temperatures in the 70s on Friday, followed by widespread snow showers over the weekend. What does this week have in store for us? Bill Boyer's got your full week forecast right after this on KNEB.TV News.
Local lending. We're here for you from start to finish. Keeping money in our economy, supporting local jobs, giving back to our community, investing in entrepreneurship, making our quiet towns a destination. At Platte Valley Bank, we support local because we are local.
Start your spring right with Compliments for you and your home. Compliments wants to help you get dressed for all your spring events, whether you're the mother of the bride, at your son's graduation, or looking for a great dress for a special event. Compliments has got a look for you. While at Compliments, look for a new style or give it as a gift. With great new home decor, now is the perfect time to spruce up your home. Compliments for you and your home. 1708 Broadway, beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Boy, what a difference a couple of days makes, doesn't it? We were very, very mild last week, and we're very not mild today. Temps in the 30s this evening, going to quickly cool off into the 20s and teens, probably a couple of upper single digits again for lows. We were down to 1 degree this morning in Alliance for a low. Very, very cold air out there. So the cold air is going to continue really for most of the week. It's going to be windy tomorrow, snow again Wednesday evening into Thursday. Another snowstorm. We'll talk about that. This one's going to trend further south. Not as cold this weekend, but still nothing like what we had been experiencing over the last few days. Notice our normal low is 31. That is a normal low. Our high yesterday was 31, and our normal high is 60. 3 is a record low, so we were off that by a few degrees, although this morning we were down into that range again and again. 1 degree this morning in Alliance for a low. We had a few hundredths of an inch of moisture. We'll call it 11 hundredths total. I think 8 hundredths at the Scottsbluff Airport for the storm. Still well below normal for the month and the year, as we're not anywhere near where we should be. 19 right now. Look at those cold temps here in the high country. 19 in Laramie. It's only in the 20s and 30s out here on the plains. 40 in McCook, 44 in Hayes. That's the warmest reading that we can find here in the region. 32 in Alliance, 35 right now in Oshkosh, only 28 in Kimball, 23 in Lusk. Winds 10 to 20 miles an hour out there, dropping those wind chills. Look at this, into the single digits and teens for a lot of people. It was below zero, in the teens below zero for wind chills this morning for a time. 20s, it's very, very cold. Certainly nowhere near what we were a week or so ago, or even just as early as Friday. A few isolated snow showers are possible. A flurry at most tonight. Otherwise, we're going to have mainly clear skies and chilly. Lows are going to fall down into the single digits and teens out there for lows. 9 in Kimball, 8 in Alliance, 7 in Lusk for a low. To tomorrow, then, we're going to start the day with sunshine, just a few clouds overhead. That's about it. Any of the snow shower activity should stay away from our area into the higher country, although this system's going to move in. You can see here late Tuesday into early Wednesday. Start to see the beginning of this system, and this is the bigger part of the system, back to our northwest that will be in here for Wednesday night into Thursday. Look at these temps tomorrow. A little better than where they were today, thankfully, but still well below normal in the upper 40s to near 50 degrees. So we have some snow coming. And again, this system's going to target a little further south. Our 2 forecast models, the European model bringing in the heavier snow around Cheyenne, along the I-80 corridor in the southern panhandle, and in portions of northeastern Colorado. Similar system to the GFS. They're both in pretty good agreement, again, with the heavier snow to the south of us, right along the I-80 corridor and back into Cheyenne, with lighter amounts to the north. So we'll keep an eye on that as we go Wednesday night into Thursday, but several inches of snow not out of the question. 11 tonight, cold conditions. Tomorrow it's going to be windy. It'll be sunny, but windy and not as cold. Even though we're going to be at 49, those 20 to 30 mile an hour winds going to make it feel well colder than that. In our 7-day forecast, rain develops, turns to snow quickly Wednesday night and continues into Thursday morning. Look at those highs back in the 30s again for Thursday. We warm up a little bit on Friday, maybe to near 50. And then the weekend right now, the low 60s are possible out there and the upper 60s maybe by Monday of next week. All in all, a very chilly forecast, certainly much more active and much cooler than where we were last week as we finally get closer to normal by the weekend. But we've got a full week here of below normal temperatures and some chances for some snow showers and sharply colder air across the region.
Why settle for Wi-Fi that just usually works? Why settle for customer service that's subpar? Why settle for service that's outdated? You don't have to. Settle for more with Allo, the faster, more reliable internet experience that's built for the way you use all your devices. For answers, visit us at allofiber.com/switch today. Allo, settle for more.
As farmers make plans to return to their fields for spring planting, we urge farmers to be alert to the dangers of working near overhead power lines. Electricity is one of the most overlooked, yet deadly hazards of working on a farm. Beware of increased height when loading and transporting equipment on trailers. Avoid raising the arms of planters or cultivators or raising truck beds near power lines. So let's take extra caution this spring planting season. This message brought to you by
Chimney Rock Public Power District, your touch-tone energy partner, the power of human connections.
This year, W2 means we double. Reganis Auto Center will double your down payment on any pre-owned vehicle on their lot. Turn $500 into $1,000. Turn $1,500 into $3,000. Use that money to get out of your lease or a vehicle you owe too much on, or to lower your monthly payments. For a limited time only, double your down payment only at Reganis Auto Center on East Overland and East 27th Street in Scottsbluff, your volume discount dealer.
Welcome back. Scottsbluff Police are seeking help from the public in connection with a street racing incident on West 27th Street Saturday night that ended with a collision and 4 juveniles hospitalized. Officers were called to the intersection of Avenue F just before 8 p.m., finding a collision involving a white Pontiac and a gray flatbed pickup. Investigation revealed that the car driven by a 15-year-old Scottsbluff juvenile was westbound and collided with a pickup that was eastbound and turned left into the Arby's driveway. All 4 of the juveniles in the Pontiac were transported to Regional West by ambulance for injuries received in the accident, with one of them partially ejected. The 3 occupants of the pickup refused treatment, and the driver of the Pontiac was cited for willful reckless driving, racing on a public highway, and no operator's license. Scottsbluff Police are seeking the public's help in identifying the driver of the vehicle that the Pontiac was racing, described as a silver sedan. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Scottsbluff Police Department at 632-7176. Well, Scottsbluff fire officials say the cause of a fire in the attic above an apartment at the Residency on Friday night is under investigation. Fire Captain Justin Houston says 6 residents were displaced after firefighters were called to the facility shortly after 9 p.m. He says firefighters were on scene within 3 minutes of being dispatched and were able to extinguish the fire quickly, with Garing Fire providing mutual aid. Several hotspots were extinguished, and smoke was ventilated from the building, with an estimated $20,000 in damage caused to the apartment where the blaze originated. Valley Ambulance and Scottsbluff Police Department were also on screen providing assistance. No injuries were reported. And a domestic assault call in Chadron lands a 25-year-old man in jail on several felony charges. When officers arrived at the residence, they learned that the suspect, Patrick Bordeaux, had fled the home, but was apprehended late Thursday evening. Bordeaux was arrested on felony charges including strangulation and terroristic threats, with bonds set at $10,000 with a 10% provision. Well, straight ahead, we'll take a peek at what's happening in the latest in the world of sports. I'll have that in just 90 seconds here on KNEB.TV News.
On April 15, 1924, West Nebraska Methodist Episcopal Hospital, the region's first modern hospital, opened in downtown Scottsbluff. The goal was to provide the care residents needed close to home, and it's never changed. For 95 years, we've continued to provide exceptional health care for generations of families throughout our region as a community hospital, a regional referral center, and a Level 2 trauma center. Thank you for trusting your health care to Regional West Medical Center.
As farmers make plans to return to their fields for spring planting, we urge farmers to be alert to the dangers of working near overhead power lines. Electricity is one of the most overlooked, yet deadly hazards of working on a farm. Beware of increased height when loading and transporting equipment on trailers. Avoid raising the arms of planters or cultivators or raising truck beds near power lines. So let's take extra caution this spring planting season. This message brought to you by
Roosevelt Public Power District, your touch-tone energy partner, the power of human connections.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
Why do I have First National Bank's free checking? For all the things that could happen. Like the fact that they automatically forgive one overdraft fee every year, and they won't charge a fee if I accidentally overdraw my account. Up to $20. Best of all, if I use another bank's ATM, my bank won't charge me a fee. When things don't go as planned, it's nice to feel protected. Switch today.
Now, sports from the First National Bank Sports Desk. First National Bank of North Platte, the bank to think of first.
Taking a look at the latest today from the First National Bank Sports Desk, and changing times in the world bring creative ideas to get things finalized. That was the case early Saturday evening as Gering senior Nate Murillo signed to attend school and continue his career on the mat with Northeastern Junior College in Sterling, Colorado. Here in the coronavirus era we're currently operating in, Murillo, along with family and head coach Jared Berger, were joined by the NJC coach via a FaceTime call to celebrate the accomplishment. He explains why the Plainsman program is right for him.
It's close to home, and they have a pretty good program. It's a newer program, but I didn't even make it out on a visit. I just sort of went with my gut, and this is where I ended up.
Murillo wrestled for Morrill for his first 3 years of high school before returning to Gering for his senior year. He was a two-time state qualifier for the Lions, and then this year for Gering, making the jump to Class B, he put together a banner season that culminated in a fourth-place overall finish at the state tournament. He was 35-10 heading into state this year. Well, from high school wrestling to collegiate wrestling, as the National Wrestling Coaches Association named 2 Chadron State College wrestlers to its official All-American teams. Chase Klassen was honored in the 149-pound weight division, while Wade French landed the award in the 197-pound division. The pair became the first All-America recipients at CSC since Dustin Stadola in 2014. The last 2 to receive the award in the same season were Perry McAfee and Jordan Debus in 2013. Each year, the National Wrestling Coaches Association recognizes the outstanding work of the D2 student athletes by naming the All-Americans based on their achievements in the national championship. However, this year, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the championships were canceled. And former Nebraska running back Terrell Newby is turning adversity into opportunity. After finishing with more than 2,200 career rushing yards, 23rd on the Huskers' all-time list, Newby did not get drafted by the NFL, but had a brief stint with the now defunct Alliance of American Football League. Now, Newby has enlisted and has decided to serve his country and join the Nebraska Army National Guard. Newby is currently scheduled to begin basic training in Fort Benning, Georgia this July. Newby compares the military to the high demands of D1 football, saying you're around a group of hardworking, highly skilled guys all of the time who are great at what they do. It's just a competitive culture. Well, that is the latest today from the First National Bank Sports Desk. We'll have your community calendar coming up in 90 seconds.
Home buying is filled with decisions. Neighborhood, floor plan, fenced yard. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home. Home buying is filled with decisions. Square feet, fixer-upper, room to grow. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home.
For the past 44 years, Platte Valley Vacuum and Sewing has been serving the Nebraska area. That's quite a long time. At Platte Valley Vac and Sew, you'll find quality sewing machines, quilting and embroidery machines, even sergers from name brands such as Pfaff and Baby Lock, both known for their well-made machinery. Keep in mind you'll receive one-on-one lessons with your machine purchase. Platte Valley Vac and Sew also offers a fine selection of 100% cotton quilting fabrics and a great selection of threads and notions to assist you in most any quilting or embroidery project you might have. For all your sewing machine quilting needs, stop by Platte Valley Vac and Sew, downtown Scottsbluff.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want you to plan for tomorrow while you enjoy today. With our personalized trust and estate planning services, our trust services can help you do just that. When it comes to estate planning, you should seek professional help. And when you do, you should have confidence in the financial institution you choose to handle your trust. At Platte Valley Bank, we pride ourselves in keeping our trust operations local and serving our friends and neighbors. We offer a highly personalized, full line of personal trust and estate planning. Give us a call today and see how our trust services can help you.
And finally, tonight, committee members and the Board of Directors of the Festival of Hope have decided that the 18th Annual Festival of Hope event scheduled for June will not be celebrated in the same format as the previous 17 events. In a weekend news release, Dr. Vince Buerling says the organization is hoping to have a scaled-down celebration at a time that is deemed safe to have an event, possibly in a format that will use various technology media. Buerling tells KNEB News organization members see the personal needs of area residents as a bigger priority at this point in time.
What we've always said about the Festival of Hope is, it's about helping to take care of family, neighbors, and friends. And I think that, we hope that continues and everybody kind of steps up and does those things. But there's going to just be a lot of personal needs and everything that people are going to have, and we felt like that was probably the bigger priority right now.
At this time, the Festival of Hope is not soliciting donations, but goodwill donations would be accepted if they do have an event later this year. Anyone who may benefit from the Festival of Hope funds is asked to contact Shelley Thomas at 630-1348 or go to the FOH website at festivalofhope.net. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you here next time.